what's a roadrunner?
A roadrunner is like this bird and it runs like really fast. It's like a bird that runs fast. I don't know if it can fly or not.
Okay. So how have your first 2 weeks of school been so far?
They've been good and bad because I don't really have that much classes with my friends. And for the lunch, I don't have it with my other friend. I just have it with like some of my friends, but not all of them. And the classes have been good. Like the teachers are good and everything. They're nice and kind. Overall, it's okay.
How have your first 2 weeks of school been so far?
They've been great. I've made some new friends, and I love my teachers, especially Miss Wolhai. She's been super nice, and well, I hope that it goes well this week.
Okay, thank you. How have your first 2 weeks of school been so far?
It's been great. I love my new teachers and I love making new friends.
Please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
Hey Miss, it's Alberto coming at you for a weekly broadcast. Today I'm going to be talking about school bulletin. Do you have Chromebook insurance? You need to pay before September 24th. After September 24th, it needs to be inspected by the site computer technician. Next, back to school night is going to be from 5:30 to 7 p.m. So your parents can meet your teachers and know what you will be learning. And dinner will be pizza and each slice would be $1. We'll be having our first Roadrunner assembly from the 24th, 26th, and 27th, and they will be divided in grade levels. Make sure you show empathy so you have a chance to win an award. Well, that's all for me, MMS. Bye.
What's up, MMS? Amanda here, and today we're going to talk about before and after school sports, also following up on sports leadership information. Before school sports starts at 7:30 and ends at 9 o'clock. Before school sports is a safe place to be from the morning. There you can play basketball, do your homework, and go on your computers, which is probably play games, thanks to Coach Toretto and Coach Taylor. This is 5 days a week, and Coach Toretto and Taylor run it. If you're interested, ask your PE teacher for a packet. Now let's talk about sports leadership. In sports leadership, we will have 150 tickets for each lunch. I know, that's so many tickets. You can participate in it every day if you like to. In order to participate, you need to get your lunch, eat it, clean up, and ask a lunch lady for a ticket. We have everything set up for you guys to come and play. I'm part of sports leadership, so you might see me. 5 or 10 minutes before the bell for lunch to end, we will say time to clean up. Everybody will help clean up for the day or for the next lunch to come. We will have multiple games for you to play, which are basketball, soccer, flag football, and we also have walking. When you decide to choose a game, you cannot change it unless it's an emergency. Sports leadership activities start today. Now for after school sports. You have to be there for 3:45 to start playing, and it ends about at 5. In each season, we will have different after school sports against other middle schools. The following sports that there will be for the whole school year would be cross country, flag football, basketball, soccer, track and field, and volleyball. The current sports that we are doing in this season are cross country and flag football. If you are interested, get a packet from your PE teacher. We need all the people we can get to start beating other middle schools, especially Greenfield and Emerald. Go Roadrunners!
So how have your first 2 weeks of school been so far?
It's been wonderful. I've been getting new friends and everything.
Hi sisters and brothers, we got some epic gamer announcements from the people over at ASB, some phenomenal people over at Photography Club, and last but not least, the geniuses over at The Genius Bar, my broskies. So, first off, the announcements from ASB. We're still continuing the spirit colors. 6th graders are wearing white, 7th are wearing yellow, and 8th graders are wearing blue. If you don't have any clothes that match that color, you can go over to room 402 and purchase them from Miss Cumming. You should be doing that every Friday. So, the ASB also has one last announcement, and they want you to hopefully participate in the ASB elections. Now, we have the phenomenal people over at photography. You can participate in galleries and post photos for the yearbook club. And now, that's the tea. So finally, the geniuses over at Genius Bar. They want everyone to know that by next week, everything will be completely operational, and all of you can visit them during your homerooms, and they're located at Miss Machado's room next to Miss Ward's. That's all I have over here. Bye, MMS.
What's a roadrunner?
Oh, someone that runs.
So, how have your first 2 weeks of middle school been so far?
It's been really good. I love this school. I love all the teachers too. They're all really sweet. And so far, I love how the school is like in a circle, so like we could always go around and it's not hard to find our ways.
Okay.
Hey MMS, this is Hassan here for this year's first school procedures broadcast. Anyways, let's get started. People from last year coming back may notice the new hallway policy. There are now arrows on the floor that show you where to go. It does keep the hallways more and more smoothly running. And now there are also new exit and enter signs you might notice around the school. And you should probably follow these because, again, like the hallway policy, they do keep the school under control. And also, as a reminder for all the grades this year about the lunch policies. Wait in your line, no cutting in front of me, no matter how much taller you are than me. And there are also the basic rules: walk, pick up your trash, don't push around, and clean up after yourselves. Anyways, that's enough of me for this broadcast and this week, and I hope you all have a great weekend. And now let's move on to the next person.
So, how have your first 2 weeks of middle school been so far?
I really like the school because what is it? We can always go around, and there's always one way instead of going two ways. We can always go on one way instead of there being traffic. And I also really love the teachers. They're super nice, and they help us get educated. And this school is amazing.
What's a roadrunner?
I don't know.
Hello everybody. If you arrive extra early in school or wait for an hour after school, well, please consider going to one of these. If you need help in math class, 6th graders can see Miss Allen at room 104 at Wednesdays and Thursdays after school. 7th graders can see Miss Ball at room 217 during Tuesdays and Thursdays for 30 minutes after school. 8th graders can see Mr. Bird or Mr. Pastore for help. If you are interested in working on the yearbook this year, see Miss Trinelli. Yearbook Club is before school in room 103 on Thursdays from 8 o'clock to 8:45. Higher Ground is on Wednesdays from 3:30 to 5 o'clock after school, starting on the 10th of September. Mr. 10 is in charge of Jam Club this year. You can go to Jam Club after school every Wednesday from 3:30 to 5 o'clock. If you're interested, go to Mr. Mamet's in room 305 or Mr. 10 in room 308 to pick up an application packet. See you next week, everybody.
So, how have your first 2 weeks of school been so far?
It's been great.
How have your first 2 weeks of school been so far?
Weird.
How's it going, MS? I'm Kaylee, and I want to say welcome back to school for the 2019-2020 school year. We had an assembly recently talking about the rules and procedures of MMS as a kind of recap for the 7th and 8th graders and a way for the 6th graders to become aware of how everything works here. But let's go to Mr. Luer and Ms. Hafner, who have more to say about the assembly.
All right, good morning, Roadrunners. I want to welcome everybody back once again. I want to review the welcome back assembly that we had last week for all of our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders with the theme of respect. We want to make sure that all of our students are respectful, not only of themselves, each other, and all the staff at Montgomery Middle School. Part of that includes making sure that we are not hands-on with each other, okay, which is the same as fighting, right? We want to eliminate all fighting that occurs at Montgomery Middle School, and that starts, with you going on social media, talking about somebody, somebody telling you that somebody said this, okay? You need to be smart and think about how much truth is into, what other people are telling you, okay? And part of that respect, and if you have an issue with somebody, talking to that person, talking to an adult to help you to solve your issue. When you're out in the lunch area, breakfast, before school, after school, play fighting, jumping on somebody, in the hallway. That stuff is not okay. That stuff can also lead to fighting. Okay, and so being respectful, once again, like I said, of each other, of yourselves, and of staff, and we'll have a great year here at Montgomery Middle School. Just also another reminder to 8th graders: make sure that you keep in mind this is your last year here at Montgomery Middle School. We want to make it a positive one and have you able to participate in all of the end of the year activities. And so think about what we went over in the assembly. Talk with your 8th grade teachers, talk with your homeroom teachers about what those expectations are throughout your 8th grade year, and make it a great one.
Also, remember our rules for our breakfast and lunch area, especially that if you are in the lunch area by the tables, you need to be sitting unless you are getting up to throw something away, go to the snack bar, or get your lunch. It's important that everybody be sitting so that we can walk around, so that we can address anything that needs to be addressed. Also, make sure that you're cleaning up after yourself. Be responsible, be respectful of others, take care of your mess and clean up after yourself, including at the condiment bar. A lot of times students are taking off the lids for their salads to get their salad dressing, and you may forget, but try to remember to get that and put it back in the garbage. And lastly, an update: our lunch competition has been going, and the staff has been saying which lunch is doing better every day. Right now, second lunch is in the lead, 4 points to 1. So they've got a nice lead. So first lunch, we need you to step up, make sure you're following expectations, cleaning up after yourself, so that we can see it be more of a closer competition. Thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you for providing us with more information about our school, Ms. Hafner, Mr. Luera. So far, the beginning of the school year has been great, and I wanted to keep it that way. Well, that's all from me, MMS. Have a great day. Bye.
Exit only. You should not be entering these doors.